The market for compact crossovers hasn't been this competitive or this crowded in the 2 decades the cars have been on the road.
After only 4 short years on the scene, Mazda has revamped its best-selling CX5 to better compete with the likes of Honda, Chevrolet, Volkswagen, and Jeep. They all have new crossovers this year.
I'm here in San Diego to walk you through the 2017 Mazda CX5. I'm Aaron Cole with the Car Connection. Let's take a ride.
First, let's get real. While Mazda says this crossover is all new, it certainly doesn't scream it. That's because this year's CX5 is sized nearly the same as the outgoing version, which was on sale from 2013 to 2016. Deeper creases in the sheet metal, a new nose, and lower window line all separate this from last year's model, but just barely. And that's fine. We never really had a problem with the old one's looks anyways. Mild changes carry over into the inside too. The big news is a second row that slightly reclines now to open up more room for rear seat passengers. And there's no short third row here, like you might expect to find in the larger Nissan Rogue or Volkswagen Tiguan. Instead, Mazda has touched up the interior in a few places to make the space a little nicer for the 5 who can fit inside. It looks a lot like the CX9 to us. To that end, there are little updates throughout the cabin. Those include a digital screen next to the gauges that replaced a dated LCD setup and a head-up display for the driver that displays navigation. Those are kind of minor updates, but like George Carlin said, we won't sweat the petty stuff and we won't pet the sweaty stuff. The biggest changes are probably underneath the hood. Only one engine carries over from last year, a 2.5-liter inline 4, but a newly available turbo diesel gets us to sit up and pay attention. When it goes on sale later this year, the diesel should help the CX5 achieve highway fuel economy figures in the mid to upper 30s. Mazda hasn't told us what to expect from final EPA figures, but we'll know more later when it goes on sale. For now, the gas engine in the CX5 delivers a predictable and mostly enjoyable drive in the Mazda Ute. Our time behind the wheel in the 2017 CX5 in San Diego allayed our concerns that Mazda was messing with success by rushing this one to market. Among small crossovers, the CX5 is still among the most drivable and most nimble. It may not have the same polish as the new Honda CR-V in terms of interior refinement and tech, and it may not have the off-road chops of the Jeep Cherokee, but the Mazda formula of sharp handling and just enough power remains here. Mazda added its torque vectoring control to the CX5 this year that sharpens turning a little, but mostly cuts down on head tossing that you might find in a tall crossover like this.
So it's a lot of small improvements that made a big upgrade in the 2017 Mazda CX5. Reporting from San Diego for the Car Connection, I'm Aaron Cole. Thanks for watching.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.